Hey, hi. I'm so happy to see you all joining this challenge. We are almost nearing the end of our challenge and we are already on day 4 of this 5-day postcards at dusk challenge. And before we move on to the tutorial for day 4, I have a surprise for you. The doors to my signature gouache course Exploring Gouache 101 is officially open for registrations. And since you are my Postcards at Dusk Challenge crew, I'm giving you the access to the course at a flat 20% discount. This discount is only valid for a limited time, and once the door closes, this discount will be gone forever. So, in case if you've enjoyed painting so far with me, your journey inside Exploring Gouache 101 will be completely different. You're going to learn from the basics, moving on and learning to build your own landscapes. In case if you wish to join in, I'm attaching the link into the description box and I can't wait to see you guys join me into the course and experience this course because believe me, it's not just another art course, it's an experience that will make you go from saying, how do I even paint? To, I actually painted that. And with that, let's go into the tutorial for day 4. So for day 4, we are going to be painting these beautiful string lights across the pathway. I've mentioned the colors that you will be needing and you can use base colors and create your own pastel colors as well. In case if you're wondering how to create all different tones of the pastel colors, my course Exploring Gouache 101 has a complete module on just creating your own color mixes using in a basic 12 color palette. So let's begin in with the colors. I'm going to begin picking up some pink, yellow, blue, purple, all in pastel consistencies for my sky. Beginning in with this pastel pink at the top. This time the blending into the sky is going to be quite different. It's not a normal blending that I usually go ahead with. I'm going to go ahead part by part painting in here. Next I'm picking up this beautiful royal blue color, which is a beautiful pastel purple violet tone. And now with the help of white, I'm going to begin blending in and get the blends with every layer going in. You can even use the base colors that you wish to, like here I'm using the pastel pink for blending in. You can take help of white to blend in so that you do not have any muddy tones. This is a beautiful pastel sky that we are painting, and the glow of the string lights that will come in is the beauty of this painting that we are doing today. Now next I'm going ahead with the blue color, turning it into a pastel blue here and blending in. Now next moving into a pastel yellow below the blue. Sometimes joy sneaks up on you in the simplest places. Warm lights on rooftops, soft pink skies, a brush dipped in just the right shade. Lastly, going ahead with the pink at the bottom again. I've got the blend throughout, seamless, making sure there are no sharp edges anywhere, running my brush to and fro. I'm going to go ahead with some more darker colors. So I'm just going to darken up the pink tones wherever I feel it's light because of the white blending that we've used in. After that, we are going to begin building up the skies, the clouds into our sky. So we are going to give in beautiful cloud details, soft pastel, and just adding in these darker pink hues, blending them all well so that we do not have any sharp edges. This painting took me back to the evenings when I first started, when I'd steal moments of art between work, chores, and showers. I didn't have the right paper. I didn't always finish what I started. But every time I picked up my brush, I felt alive. It was locked down, there was no help. You had everything to do in, but The moment I used to sit to paint, that was the best day of my time. And though every painting turned out like, oh God, what did I really paint? But with every brush stroke, I felt like homecoming. I felt like I was coming back to myself. I felt like I was doing something just for myself. I had always been a corporate person for the past 7 years before I started painting. But lockdown gave me that time, gave me that moment to stop, reflect, and see what myself was craving for. Beginning to add in simple cloud strokes with the pastel colors. I'm going to add in some soft clouds, some bold clouds, and we'll build up the sky quickly. Through every brush stroke that I have been taking during that lockdown time, it made me more close to art, made me realize what I was losing on myself, and I was actually being what the world wanted to me, rather than being what I really wanted to be. And that's what I want for you. Not perfection, not performance, just joy. Pure joy of holding the brush, holding the paints, and going ahead painting in one beautiful landscape at a time. Now using a little darker pastel grayish color, which is a purple gray, as you can see, I'm going to go ahead add in some more cloud details. So far we added in the clouds using the yellow color. Now adding in with this grayish purple color. Again, you see, I just blended this color with the colors in my palette. I did not directly pick up a grayish purple color. Rather, I mixed my own color. And of course, you get to learn various shades of grays as well inside my course. Across the yellow clouds, going ahead with these beautiful grayish purple clouds in different tonal variations, adjusting in with the help of the blacks and the blue color, as well as a little hint of white. Now going ahead at the top along with the purple clouds, I'll add in a little grayish clouds as well. Now moving on to a little of the orange clouds. Very important here is the layering technique, understanding when to layer, when to begin, because if your previous layers will not be in the right consistency, you will not get the soft blends, but if your previous layers will be completely dyed, you will not even get the beautiful, sharp clouds. Now moving on to the string lights, I'm going to go ahead mark an outline for them, because before we move on to the foliage, we'll leave those gaps for those beautiful glowing lights so that we do not have to go ahead with a lot of work. Of course, you can go ahead with the black layer there as well, but then that will be a lot of work later on for you. So it's better to leave these gaps. Now on the right side, I'm just going to go ahead with some quick foliage, leaving in the gaps for the string lights. Rest of the string lights are in the sky space, so I don't need an outline for them at the moment currently. This art journey isn't about being the best. It's about being present. And if all you did today was show up and try, believe me, that's enough. In my signature gouache course, Exploring Gouache 101, you will have bite sized lessons of 15 to 20 minutes, which you can catch up on a daily basis and let your journey going. You don't have to quit your day job, you do not have to quit your work, or you do not have to be free from all of your other course just to join this course. And that's not it. You get access to my support community. Plus, you also get my personal support through DMs, through the Facebook group, and through various live sessions as well, exclusively for my Exploring Gouache 101 crew. Now I'm done with the foliage and I'm going to go ahead add in the houses that we are going to add in here. I'm first going to add them all with the black color outline and then fill them up, and then later on I'll give highlighting strokes on top of them. Of course, you can go ahead with your choice of silhouette. It need not be exactly the same that I'm going ahead with. You will not believe me. It took me 3 years to get the right consistency, understand the right way of layering, understanding every landscape element in depth, and then combining all of them, looking at a reference picture without any overwhelm. And that is the reason I created Exploring Gouache 101 in such a way that you get hands on practice on the basics of gouache, each and every landscape element. You go ahead, practice each element in detail so that whenever you see a reference of a landscape, you do not be intimidated that how will I paint that, because you will know how to paint each element with harmony with the other ones. Going ahead with some detailed foliage at the top. You know, I made this challenge to give you a glimpse of what art can be. And if your heart wants more structure, more growth, more light, my course is ready for you. And now let's begin getting in the glow up into our landscape, creating in the lights, moving in with the orange first. Now, using the orange itself, I'm marking out the remaining lights that we are going to be adding into the sky spaces. And now going in with the shades of yellow, white and orange, I'll go on and create in the glowing spots. I'm even creating little shadows to these into the foliage space. Can you believe as a beginner, you can learn to add these shadows, understand the light perspective, the placement, the way of light, the path, the blending, everything in my course. I have an exclusive lesson just to understand how the light matters, from where the light is falling in, and accordingly, how you need to place the shadows and reflection for the elements depending on the source of light. Now, moving to the yellow, adding in the glowing spots. You may need 2 to 3 layers of these lights for blending in and getting that glowing effect. You can take help of white, bright yellows, and orange to create in that glowing spots. With every layer, you will see I'm going ahead with soft blendings and making sure that I do have that beautiful glowing effect into the backgrounds of these lights as well. As I told you, it took me years to find out all of this on my own. And I wish I had something like Exploring Wash 101 when I was just starting my journey. You don't have to fumble alone like I did. I've laid down the lights one by one so you can find your way with ease. Now I'm adding in the highlights onto these rooftops that we've added. So using in the grayish purple color, I'm just creating in these highlighting strokes. You see simple strokes that depict the light falling onto these roofs and giving a structure to these houses that we are adding in. You know, landscapes are very easy. It's everything that you see in your everyday life. And when you begin seeing everything from the perspective of art, everything looks beautiful and easy. By the time the string lights are drying, we are quickly going ahead with these strokes. Very minimal, but they give in a definite shape to all of the details that we are adding in. And now we'll add in the beautiful strings to the lights that we've added in. For that, I'm using in this technical pen, which is a waterproof pen, so that even if I go ahead with any layer of water in there, these pens won't spread out. So it's very important if you're using in a pen, you use the technical pen. Now using in the black color, I'm just adding in some bold details into these strings as well, attaching in the lights, giving him those beautiful connecting points. If you're looking to join Exploring Wash 101, you've already received the discount code into your inboxes. Make sure to use them at the checkout and grab a 20% off on my course. This course is just not another art course. It's an experience, it's a learning, it's a way of coming back to yourself and saying that the artist within me was always there. It just needed the right way. So I've added in some white glowing effects. You can see that's giving in more of the bright effect to the lights. And now using in a little of the brown hints, defining the bulbs a little more. And we are ready with our painting for day 4, just like that. This is my most favorite painting from this 5-day challenge because of the glowing lights, the lights that guide you home, the lights that guide you into your art journey, the lights that everything when you are in the dark phase. And here's a closer look at a completed painting from day 4 of this challenge. I hope you guys are enjoying this, and we're just one day away from completing this challenge. Make sure to show up tomorrow and complete this challenge.